Hi guys, welcome to the Improvement Podcast. This episode's simply going to be an introduction to the podcast. I'm just going to tell you a bit about myself, why I've decided on the name of the Improvement Podcast, what this podcast will cover, what my goals are with it, and just a bit about myself. So, my name is Charlie, I'm 19-year-old, and I have a big passion in improving myself both physically and mentally. I hope to compete in bodybuilding in 2022, and I love and somewhat obsess over educating myself on how to build muscle effectively, and it's something I'm really passionate about, and I hope to share it with others in the form of this podcast, as well as educating individuals through other social media platforms and through my coaching service. So, a bit about myself. I am from West Lothian, which is somewhere in Scotland, and the role of this podcast is, like I've stated, to help hopefully educate individuals, help them make smart decisions in and outside the gym in order to help them progress. Hence the name, the Improvement Podcast, because I want to help people simply improve, whether that's physically or mentally. And additionally, the rationale behind calling it the Improvement Podcast as I get a great deal of enjoyment, satisfaction, and I just love trying to improve myself, if that's physically or mentally, and it's something I am very passionate about and always strive to do. That's what brings me happiness in life, to be honest, as well as a few other things. So what we'll be covering this podcast is just all things fitness and nutrition related. So all things mostly centered around building muscle and losing body fat for the time being. I'll also include some just personal topics, just talking about myself a bit briefly throughout the episodes, and yeah, just hopefully educate you on just how to build muscle, lose fat, and a few other things revolving around fitness. And the reason I've started, or I have made the podcast, is just due to feeling like it's hard to really give my personality across through other platforms where you don't really have that much time to really talk about yourself, discuss things, and additionally, I don't think that's really the place to have long form content like on Instagram, Facebook, etc. I think that's more for short content. So yeah, that's why I've basically made the podcast. And so if it's not where you found the podcast from, give me a follow on Instagram if you'd like. My username's Charlie J Cuthbert, no spaces, and that is where you'll find a lot more content from me, as well as where else you can find content from me, including like training footage, just information on nutrition, training, etc. So yeah, I'm really excited to get through and start this endeavour. Hope you all enjoy. If there's any topics you'd find value in me covering, please be sure to hit me up and I'll be more than happy to produce content on them. And thank you for listening, and there'll be an episode out shortly. Cheers.